I can get dessert. I put in this kind of work so I can get dessert.
And I'm tired, man. Trying to deal.
What's up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we are once again back in the garage, and you know exactly what that means. That means we're doing upgrades to the GX. I've got everything here laid out for us. First and foremost, this video is sponsored by Special Lighting. They have sent out these Sigma X5 pods out to me. You guys can see these are pretty legit, I think. This is going to be a real quick install. We're just installing 2 of these pods from Special Lighting, along with the brackets, and also CBI also sent over these really awesome ditch lights. They're all labeled for passenger for this one, and also driver for the other one back over there. All the hardware is already included, as you can see down over here. They're all set up for us. Tools you'll need, it's up to you, it's optional. Ratchet and also electric ratchet, and a 12mm wrench, along with 2 Allen sockets over there. I just want to show you guys the specs on the Special Lighting on the Sigma X5s. You guys can pause the video, take a look at that, but I think on paper these are pretty impressive. Alright guys, so we got all of our tools, hardware all set up. Let's jump right in, get to the install. Since we will be using these cables for the installation, I won't be using the relays here, so I'm gonna go ahead and snip off the ends here. All right, so that's free from that cable by itself. Moving on to the install. Step 1. First thing you want to do is open the hood. Okay, we are going to start with the driver's side first. This is going to be a 12mm socket. Bolt out. We're going to just angle it just a little bit, just so we can get the bolt started and threaded. We can work on the bottom one. You'll have to slightly lower the hood and turn the arm here for the ditch bracket over. That way you can align the bolt to the hood. It's going to take a little bit of some maneuvering and some pushing up the hood, but once you get them in there and it's lined up, you are good to go. So we're going to grab my ratchet and secure the bolts onto the hood. And then that, folks, is ditch light bracket number 1 is installed. On the passenger side, we do have a clip here for the washer. So we're gonna just go and unclip this. That comes out, and then the 212 will come out next. Now, I did forget to mention that when you loosen up these bolts, the hood will be misaligned with the latcher, and that's okay. That'll take some alignment after we get the brackets all adjusted. Okay, so left side of the ditch bracket going in. Okay, and then let's loosen up the bottom one and remove that one. Again, we're gonna close the hood just slightly, and then bring up the ditch bracket back on the other side. And then we're gonna force up the ditch bracket up as much as we can. That way, we know that the ditch light won't hit the body panel. And then once again, guys, make sure you guys have the hood properly lined up, which I have that right there. And just enough ugga-duggas is all you really need for the hood. And this is enough. Once you have the 2 bolts here secured, pop back in the washer, hose line snaps in place, and then we're done with the ditch light brackets. Okay guys, I have encountered an issue. So when I close my hood, the ditch lights are making contact with the cowl. So check this out. Looked up some things on YouTube, and turns out that you have to heat massage this area and that side too as well on the driver's side in order for this to sit flush. Otherwise, if you don't, this is what happens. Now the hood is slightly raised, as you guys can see. Now there's a gap between here. So we need to fix that. I wanted to show you guys. So you guys maybe can't see it on camera, but the hood, well, the ditch light made a little indentation right here on the cowl. So I'm gonna focus the heat gun in that area. Careful not to leave it there too long, because if you do, you will end up melting it. Weird area. Let's see where it sits. Heat gun treatment to the cowl duct here is done. It's not pretty, but at least for the most part, the hood, when it closes, it is no longer making contact to the duct. So moving on. And let's mount the pod. Wires are routed through. Next up is just hooking up the harnesses to the pods. So I did have a situation that I ran into. The wire that splits off the two harnesses here ended up being too short. So what I had to do was I cut off the end here for the main wire here and use that as a extension for this wire here. And I spliced it up right about here to make it where it extended out towards the pod over here. So that was part of the hiccup that I came across. Now it's just plugging this into the control box, and we are done for the installation. I will be zip tying these lines here up against the firewall to make it more neat. Alright guys, so installation for the ditch lights are done. I do have a question. Those of you guys who do run ditch lights, do you guys have this issue where the pods are hitting the fender? Mine is hitting it right there, as you guys can see. So it's hitting up against the bracket here and also up around there. Those guys already had some experience with these. Do they hit the fender here or do they not? Maybe it's just the CBI brackets that are just too close. I don't know. I don't run ditch lights. I have no idea how they are supposed to be mounted properly. I think I did the best that I can, but tell me, let me know what you guys think. And for the most part, the installation was easy. It's just the wiring was a little more difficult, and of course I had to make some modifications to the cowl ducts on both sides to make them work. But other than that, they're on. They look good. Oh, let me do a driving perspective so you guys can see what I see. Okay, so this is the, close the door. So this is where I'm sitting, and you guys can see clearly the ditch light and also the pod sitting over there. And on the passenger side, that's where that's at. I mean, it's noticeable. I can see them now. They're in my peripheral. So it's just something to, I think, get used to. But the lighting on them, it's pretty cool. Ditch lights, and then the main. I mean, of course, I gotta do some more alignment on them, but I cannot wait to take them out on the dark spot when it gets dark out and see how they perform against the aux beam and the Baja designs. Stay tuned for that.